Hello everyone and welcome back to Vampyr. Let's see who I get to eat next. Hello Milton, I hear you've been shagging the nurse.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
No, I'm trying to eat as many people as possible, but I won't tell you that. Right, I found your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reid.
Fair enough. I think Pippa's the young one. I can't remember who the old one is. The bloodstained nurse is probably not her then. I was thinking she looked a bit different. Right, is it worth buying anything from this guy?
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Well, thank you. I thought I had one already. Ooh, gun components. Right, good. I need that to upgrade my gun, but I think I probably need more than one, which is a bit of a bugger. And I need this to upgrade my scythe, I think. So let's get that. I'm not sure what that's for, but that looks like a weapon upgrade, so we may as well have it. And now I'm out of money. What's this? It's a shotgun, which I can't afford. I'll buy a bullet, why not? Grease, screws, okay. Let's just buy... Oh no, I'm out of bullets already. Yeah, let's get some shotgun shells. I don't know if we'll actually... Ah, no, right, okay, so that's... Yeah, let's leave it like that for now then, and... Right, okay, so... Okay, there's a nurse over there. We don't know their mesmerized levels, so we don't know if we can eat them. This is the guy we need to confront. So let's talk to this guy. It's the Tippets guy. I think he's the one who did the botched surgery or whatever it was on the dead guy in the morgue.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reid has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller University in New York.
Dr. Tippets, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood transfusion specialist.
Right. And I can't mesmerize him. Oh, not long though. If I can get up to the next level, I can eat him. I'm not sure how you level up the mesmerize thing. I'm gonna have to find out. Right. Medical checkup. I don't really see the point of that. Right. Okay. Personal qualities. About your medical error.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor. How did he die? What happened?
He was my patient. He died because of my mistake. That's the blunt truth.
What was the
What
mistake?
was the nature of the mistake?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Okay, so why are you still a doctor?
Why not stop practicing?
Are you mad? I killed that man, I admit it, and it won't happen again. I have saved so many lives since then.
It's all a numbers game, isn't it? Right.
Who was this patient?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him. No one claimed a body.
Yeah, kind of sad. But I don't really care. I've been just... how many bodies have I left in the hospital now? 2. And he'll be number 3 if I can get up to mesmerised number 2 soon. Your life in London.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
Probably not. It's the same everywhere. People are more important. I didn't have much of a choice. Well, he didn't, did he? He was in the army, so it wasn't like he had a choice where he could work.
I can't say I'm thrilled to be working here. But to be honest, I didn't have much of a choice.
Oh, okay. Misinterpreted
Don't
that.
be misled by appearances, Dr. Reid. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
Why? It's funny, actually, because Reid looks really ill. I mean, he's got, like, red around the eyes, he's pasty. No one's commenting on his health or his appearance. It's kind of strange. Oh, well. Tell me about the staff.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Fair enough. Who, like who?
Tell me more about cherished people, then.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with.
She must be the bloodstained
A clever
one.
and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Fair enough. High praise for the time, I suppose.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah, yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Okay. I think that's our lot. Right, bye then.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippets.
Right. So we can't eat him yet. Rest to evolve. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Is there anyone else? Where's my magical thing finder? There's someone over there. Maybe I should go and see them. Some other dude? Who's this? Ooh, and can I eat you? He's in bed. He could be vulnerable. Why can't I do anything? I mean, why can't I just eat him? Or mesmerize him, or talk to him, or anything? It's annoying. Kind of boring if you can see people but you can't do anything. Hello, can I eat you?
Good evening, nurse. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan.
All right.
Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a
She's
good
not the
thing I
bloodstained
wasn't
one, then.
hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research.
That's weird.
He is convinced it is the future.
Okay. Oh, I can't eat her. Not until level 5. Ah, what a bugger. Right. Tippet praises you.
Why does Dr. Tippets claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippets does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Well, he shouldn't, really. It's not really relevant to anything.
Tell me what Dr. Tippets did. I know his mistake caused a patient's death.
If I had not covered up his error, Dr. Tippets would have been fired from this hospital. I could not let that happen.
You can't allow your emotions to dictate your conduct concerning patients, Nurse Brannigan.
Look around you, Dr. Reid. Do you really think we can afford to lose a brilliant practitioner like Dr. Tippets in our situation?
I understand why. I'm not sure I agree with her. It doesn't seem to matter whether I agree or not. Let's just say I understand. Who cares?
I can't say I approve of what you did. But as a field surgeon, I know that some situations require you to bend the rules.
I'm not proud of what I've done, but to contain the epidemic must be our priority, so we can't afford to lose Dr. Tippets.
Well, not yet. Not until I can eat him. Interesting, actually, that I can eat him before I can eat her. But, there we go. Right. Okay.
I've decided that I won't reveal Dr. Tippets. Shall we say, misdemeanor.
I'm so glad you share my point of view. Dr. Tippets is a brilliant practitioner. We most definitely need his know-how.
I hope you're right. This is a huge risk we're taking.
Dr. Tippets must regain his confidence. Please, keep this decision between you and me. He doesn't need to know you found out.
Okay. Hint failed? Why would... I don't understand what that's about. What hint? How about the staff?
I'm not familiar with all the staff yet. Perhaps you could help me.
Brilliant professionals, most of them. Dr. Swansea has a gift for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Yeah, in a way, but actually also not, because lives are at stake, so actually you probably should.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Can't we just eat her?
Is there anyone that stands out?
Well, I have never met someone as dedicated as Dr. Tippets. He should be a standard for us all here. If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the limits. He just doesn't know when to stop and get some rest.
Okay. What about the situation?
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Could this hospital fail?
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Stake through the heart would be a good idea, because I'm going to eat lots of you. Right, okay.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Right, so spoke to her. Where is this damned woman that I'm supposed to heal?
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Is that Dorothy? In the bed? 10 meters that way. This isn't Dorothy, is it? I thought she was the vampire woman.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
No, it's Dorothy Crane I was supposed to heal.
Vibrant blood.
So it's not her. Tell me about Thomas Elwood.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood?
Didn't I eat him?
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort.
Not anymore.
We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
There's no real point in talking about him, is there? Because he's dead. I ate him. Can't eat her yet. Okay, let's leave for now.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
Lovely. Right, so, maybe it's upstairs, but I just don't know.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Maybe it's the other side? No. Other side of this wall, maybe? I wish it would stop wiggling around. Is it upstairs? Oh, right. I'm doing the wrong thing. I thought I still had to heal Dorothy, but actually I've only got to talk to Dr. Swansea now. Apparently talking to the nurse was enough, and she's just, like, taking the serum or whatever, and that's it. Right, I think we go to my room and sleep before we talk to Swansea. I want to level up, and I want to see if I can do anything with my XP to get more of the mesmerized stuff. Because that would be a good thing to do. Do I have any water I can give this plant? It doesn't look like it. Right, okay, where's the bed? Time for beddy bye-byes. Or something. Okay. So, bumped off a couple more guys. We've bumped off Thomas and Harvey. Why have they got headaches? Oh, they're tired and unhealthy or something. Okay. Very strange. Right, okay. Back we go. Right. District status serious. Okay. Don't care, but okay. I don't know if you actually lose the game if the district gets too serious. Or if you sort of win, like, with a bad ending or something. Not really sure. And presumably you shouldn't lose just because you eat people, because that kind of just destroys the point of being a vampire, really. Right, Swansea's room.
Please, Jonathan, come in.
Just did.
Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town, the hospital, a brand new life. How stimulating it must be.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm, Dr. Swansea, but my condition defies scientific categorization. Undead? Unalive? Immortality defies logic.
I cannot express my thrill at this serendipitous turn of events. The world's most eminent specialist in blood transfusions, a vampire. One might say a gift from heaven.
Or yeah. Okay. Right, so your words bring comfort. I'm a living paradox. Yeah, go on then.
There is an absurd poetry to my situation. Physician, heal thyself.
Forgive me. I've been an admirer of your work for a long time, and now you are so much more than a brilliant physician. And please, call me Edgar.
I'm going to call you Lunch, but okay.
I'm not some doe-eyed student, Edgar. I understand we both have something to gain from this relationship.
Very well. I have a task for you, Jonathan. Something that will require all your newfound skills.
Please, go on.
The Pembroke only survives through the generosity of our benefactors. Unfortunately, our main donor has found herself in a bit of a bind. Now, if you could help her out...
A spokesman or politician is what you need. That's not my calling. And until I come to understand what has happened to me, I require discretion.
Discretion is in order, Jonathan. Lady Ashbury has recently received rather indelicate correspondence that, if revealed, would jeopardize her position.
And you would like me to eradicate this threat?
By the stole, of course not. I would just like you to pay her a visit. Her ladyship is certainly near the tents outside, tending the sick. You can't miss her. Look for someone impossibly delicate.
Accepted. I'll see what kind of trouble Lady Ashbury is in.
Can we eat Lady Ashbury? Because I'd like to. Right, okay. Okay, so we're going out. Can I nick anything from his room? Is there anything to get out of drawers? Or oh, what's that? Letter of Rakesh Chandra. Okay. Not sure I care about that. What's that one? Warning letter? It's a lot of letters, doesn't he? Note. Okay. Pembroke Hospital, 23rd of October. Dear Edgar, this note is for the Pembroke administrator, but for my old friend, since our short discussion 2 days ago concerning the possible promotion of the esteemed Waverley Ackroyd as the new chief surgeon at Pembroke, I have finally concluded that it wouldn't currently be in the best interests of the facility. Don't misunderstand me here. I'm convinced that Ackroyd is a very competent physician. I may even admit that he deserves a promotion, but not now. Not while we all struggle to keep the epidemic at bay. For now, we need a clear hierarchical organisation, and we must avoid the inevitable frustrated egos caused by such a promotion. We need an obeying and dedicated army. If I may even add, this is also a good test of character. I sometimes think Dr. Ackroyd is a little too proud, a little too eager to be promoted. To face a refusal may be a good way of finding how he deals with frustration. You wanted my opinion? Well, there you have it. I'd be ready to discuss these points directly with our colleague if he ever wanted me to justify my position on his promotion. Always sincerely, Cocker and Tippets. Oh, okay. So, what was the other one? What's the warning letter? Dear Dr. Swansea, I must inform you of my deepest reservations concerning the Dr. Thoreau Strickland and Harvey Fiddick case. Mr. Fiddick has been hospitalized after a severe work injury. He may permanently lose the use of his arm if not treated adequately. Dr. Strickland claims that a surgical procedure may save the man's arm completely. I say it may also sever its functions for good if complications arise. Our young colleague is an audacious and daring surgeon who might prove a great professional in a few years. But for now he lacks the skills to perform such risky procedure. Need I remind you of the mistake he made in the past? Since Dr. Strickland refuses to listen to me, I strongly advise you to forbid him to perform such a hazardous experiment. Very respectfully, Dr. Waverley Ackroyd. So it sounds like they're all doing politics against each other. That's the note. Dear Dr. Swansea, I'll be glad to manage the temporary morgue as soon as it's opened. Morgue, that is. As I have already told you, I was a doctor during the war, and I will be glad to serve my country again. I know it is not the same being a physician for the dead as it is for the living, but I believe it is now... Oh dear, oh dear. I believe it is important to welcome and take good care of our departed too. Rest assured I will do my best to fully perform this new duty to the best of my ability. Concerning the question of my qualifications, I am sorry I can't give you anything more valuable than my parole. What? I swear to you that my regiment made me a doctor during the war, and that I saved many lives. If my word is not enough, you can contact the military administration to verify my experience and skills. They will confirm that even if I never followed any medical studies, the war taught me what a doctor really needs to know. Always sincerely, Rakesh Chandra... No, Chandana, apparently. Rakesh Chandana? Oh well. Former doctor. Okay. Right. Okay, so I need to read all these letters to get the bloody hints, apparently. Oh, what a nuisance. Okay. Okay, so we're back outside. The woman we're supposed to talk to is around here somewhere. In there, I think. And let's see if we can munch her as well.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfields, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough.
Is this the other vampire?
Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet lady of mercy.
Possibly not.
Good evening, Dr. Reid. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a vamp. The
No, it
lady
is
who
her.
saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Okay, so we obviously can't eat her then.
So it seems our Dr. Swansea does indeed have a fascination for creatures of our constitution.
Dr. Swansea is a remarkable man. Dedicated, one might say, obstinate. He spent years compiling our bestiary.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Okay, I'm here to help.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Okay. Continue. Why not solve this yourself? I mean, you're a vampire too.
If we're dealing with an ordinary criminal, surely you've the means to deal with it yourself, if I may.
As immortal tradition doth dictate, all fangs and hypnotic eyes ablaze, the blood would run like a river. That's what I hope to avoid. Violence has a tendency to spiral out of control.
Oh, happy days. The more we eat, the better. Right,
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Okay, so did you eat them?
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
Well, I need to eat too.
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the scarlet nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reid. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Oh, that's handy. Okay, so I've got to go and find this Harriet person. Looks like she's in the hospital too, that's convenient. Hello, Harriet. Who are you? Would you be a Harriet? No. Oh, this door's open now. That's handy.
All liars and thieves.
Ooh, can I eat you? Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe. And if you'd like to see some more of my stuff, please click on the links below.